I'm Shanoa and I'm a Lularoe fashion retailer. This is my story as to why I love Lularoe and what it has done for my family. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about me and why I am so passionate about this company. Let me take you back to the beginning. So this is my significant other, Kevin, and we have been together for 6 years. Before Lularoe, Kevin and I both worked full-time in sales and retail before we had our oldest son, Edlin. After staying at home for 2 years with Edlin, I decided it was time to go back to work. This time, I decided to go to a bank. I wanted those 9 to 5 business hours. But I quickly learned how unforgiving the workplace is on a family and a mom. Kids get sick. It snows. They can't go to school, so I can't go to work. Shortly after starting at the bank, we found out we were expecting our daughter, Everly. And yet again, I stopped working to stay at home and raise her. I didn't want to miss out on those times as a baby, and I wanted to shape her and mold her into the woman that I want her to grow up to be. During this time when I was home, I discovered Lularoe. I found out the leggings were so comfortable and cozy, and as a mom, I'm all about comfort. So after talking to my sponsor for hours and asking a million questions, we finally decided that this was the path we needed to take. We needed to invest in our family. We officially onboarded in February of 2017, when Everly was only just 4 months old. Finally, I was able to stay at home, take care of my babies, and make money, so I didn't feel that mom guilt for not financially helping to support our family. I was doing both. Now it's March and I'm 1 month into being a retailer when we find out we're expecting our 3rd child. For the first time, I didn't have to worry about telling a job that I was pregnant and worry about having doctor's appointments and I'm gonna have to miss work and do they have somebody to cover for me. I am my boss. I get to be off when I want to be off. I get to work when I want to work. It's one of my favorite things about being a retailer is it's on my schedule, nobody else's. Being my own boss really comes into play when we started having complications with our pregnancy. In September 2017, our son was born, 4 weeks early. And with his birth came a laundry list of things that were wrong. He was in the NICU and on oxygen. He was in the NICU at our local hospital for 2 weeks before they transferred him 2 hours away. And with that comes a lot of stress. We had 2 other kids at home and a baby in the hospital. While we were in the hospital, we found out that Easton, our youngest, had a very rare genetic syndrome. Like only a handful of people in the world they know of have this. Easton caught pneumonia, he had surgeries planned. There was so many things going on and I couldn't work. I just had a baby a few weeks ago. And Kevin had to miss work so we could travel to go see him. But luckily we made the decision to become retailers and I was able to work from my phone. So all of those times and hours we spent in the car traveling back and forth, and we spent in the waiting rooms. I was able to work while we were there, and it definitely took off a lot of stress of how are we going to pay our bills? We are in the hospital. We can't do both. We can't work and be here with our son. In November, Easton finally came home, and with that came a lot of care. Easton had a very rare genetic syndrome. He had a lot of complications and issues, and I couldn't work. I had to stay at home and take care of him. He needed round-the-clock care. He had doctor's appointments weekly, people coming over and checking on him. There was so much going on. How could I work a job outside the house? I was able to stay at home and care for my baby, take care of the other 2 children, and if I needed to, go upstairs and take some pictures of some tops, some leggings, and be able to financially help my family when I didn't have another choice. During this time when Easton was home, we found out on top of the genetic syndrome, he had a very rare heart condition and was going to need surgery on that sometime in the near future. So Easton came home in November, and we cherished our holidays with him. He was home for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and it was so beautiful to have him home with my family. But then he came down with double pneumonia in February, and he had to be flown back to the hospital. And again, this was 2 hours away, so we were working out of the car again on the phone. I was traveling back and forth and using my phone to help support the family and take some stress off. We were traveling again. We were back and forth in the hospital for 2 weeks. Finally, Easton recovered from double pneumonia, and he was on his way home again. But this time, something went horribly wrong. On the ride home, Easton stopped breathing, and they weren't able to resuscitate him. So now we were in a situation we did not expect to be in. I mean, we just lost our baby. He was only home for a few months. He was only 5 months old. And the least of our worries was work. We were all about family and being there for the 2 other kids and for each other. So how do you go back to work? Somehow, some way, we pulled through it, and we chose joy, and we chose happiness, and we chose our family, and we were striving to be the happiest that we could be. But that's when I learned the true blessing that this company has given me. Yes, our family and friends were in contact with us, checking up on us, helping us, doing everything they could. But so were my Lula sisters. My upline, my team, my sponsor, everybody. They really rallied together for my family. They sent us flowers and they checked up on us. They were calling and texting and seeing what they could do for us. I'm so thankful for this family in the Lularoe community that I've grown. My sponsor is one of my good friends now. She always is checking up on me. My Lularoe family is more like family now. They're not just acquaintances like they started. They are truly family, and I love each and every one of them. Yes, we started Lularoe to help support our growing family, but the reason we continue this has grown and changed drastically. When I started Lularoe 2 years ago, I was 4 months postpartum and had 2 children. So finding clothes that were not only cute and comfortable, but were fashion forward was nearly impossible. I dreaded shopping, so I mainly just stuck to black yoga pants, sweatshirts, t-shirts, just anything to cover up and hide. The only difference is now is I'm fashion forward. I am comfortable in my clothing. I can still do all my mom things that I need to do, but I look good while doing it. The love I have for myself has grown drastically since I started Lularoe. And not only that, but I love seeing other women feel the same way I feel. I love when somebody tries on a new style or they get a pattern they love and they tell me, this is so amazing. I feel comfortable. I feel confident. There are so many women out there who are in similar situations, whether they are moms or they gained weight or they lost weight. Any of these reasons could cause you to feel just insecure and not confident, not beautiful, and that's not okay. We all deserve to feel beautiful, confident, strong, and this company has really given us all that. Not only that do I love hearing it, but I love seeing it in their eyes. I love seeing how people's lives get changed just by clothes. You would think it's so small, but it makes a big difference when you're holding your head up and you're smiling and that joy is just in your eyes because you like your outfit. I just want everybody out there to know that no matter what your age is, what your shape is, what your size is, it doesn't matter. Lularoe has clothes that will fit you, that you will love, and you're just gonna feel so confident in. As women, we all deserve to feel beautiful, strong, confident, and really truly love ourselves for the body that we have. No need to compare ourselves to other women because we are all beautiful. And that is one of the main reasons why I love Lularoe, is I can share that joy with each and every one of you. And not only that, but I'm raising my daughter to be the same way. I'm raising her to be a strong, beautiful woman when she grows up, and to just be so happy with herself and not care when anybody else has to think about her because she's beautiful and she knows it. So although this year has been one of the most difficult in my life, I'm so thankful to have Lularoe and really, truly be a part of this Lularoe family. They have given me so much more than I could have ever expected, and I'm so blessed to be a part of this. My family and I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys learned a little bit more about us and why we're here, why we're doing what we're doing.